Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, I'm checking this out. I shouldn't give a shit about this, but I'm checking this out.
You kind of like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
Trisha, put your hands back on the wheel. Put your hands back on the wheel, because you're going to be in court after this. Hello, I Never Live channel. Welcome back. Today we're trying to be a little bit calm, because I'm having to deal with watching a Trisha Paytas video today, and that's a lot of mental struggle. But as you can see, we are live. It's live right now, and you can join us. It's really fun. Like, no, seriously, you can come join us if you really want to be involved in these.
We are live.
Twitch.tv/iNabber, where we speak about things live. It's like my main channel, but a little bit worse, and you can interact with me. So yeah, it's all good fun. And today we're going to be speaking
Pretty much everything he just said, including the Pokemon Diamond, because I'm doing a Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Nuzlocke later. Everything he just said, bingo. We are live right now. You can see the chat above me. You know, be sure to follow me on Twitch if you're watching this on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Also, like the video. And yeah, you know, hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. Follow me on Twitter to always stay up to date. I also make content on TikTok. Check that out. All the links in the description. Thanks.
About Trisha Paytas, because I don't really think I want to speak about Trisha on the main right now. So I just thought, you know, why not leave this for the second channel where we can just throw a load of shit at the wall and hope it sticks. Trisha did a video chat about Johnny Depp. One in the chat if you've heard about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation. I mean, I don't really need to think that anyone hasn't heard it. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Everyone's heard about this situation. Obviously, there is a domestic abuse case going on between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. It's not very fun. And Trisha Paytas, you know, she likes to speak about absolutely everything, and she has given her 2 cents on.
Like before all the like evidence has come out and come to light, right? Like again, for me personally, like don't comment on things because that you're not like direct.
Actually, does he link her video? Because that would be easier. He doesn't link her video. What a dick. But I get it.
Directly involved in.
What? Trisha Paytas doesn't comment on things she's not directly involved in? This is
That's weird for someone who just got done doing a podcast where she commented on a ton of shit she wasn't directly involved in. Also, like, her claim to fame is commenting on shit. I mean, I didn't even have to go in on this. He's probably about to go in on this. But people know who Trisha Paytas is. They know how they act and the way they operate. They comment.
This is some news to me. I mean, it's news. I feel like Trisha Paytas, out of everybody on the internet, probably is the person that comments things the most where her name isn't mentioned, other than me. But, you know, fair enough, I guess.
Obviously, it's a really public court case and all that stuff like that. Where it was a big thing when like Amber Heard had her accusations come out and Johnny Depp, you know, was dropped and all that. It was like a big thing. But the thing is, there was no like audio recordings. There's nothing out.
Am I the only one a little bit concerned that Trisha is like recording this while she drives?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I specifically think that's like a horrible idea. No one should ever do that. It even makes me uncomfortable when people like record Snapchats or TikToks while driving. And I know I do it on very rare occasions. The only TikToks I ever record in my car, though, I will say the car is usually in park, but at the very least, like it's like not moving. You know, like I think the last time I did it, I was literally sitting in park in a long ass pharmacy line waiting to get my medicine, and the inside part was closed, so everyone had to go through the drive-through, and I had been stuck without moving. I don't know what the fuck was going on. This person was getting all the pills, and I was just sitting there for like 20 minutes. I listened to like 3 songs, and then I was like, I'm gonna make a fucking TikTok. So I made a TikTok. But outside of that, definitely when the car, like, vehicle moving, do not film. What? If you're the driver? I mean, didn't fucking, who was it? Was it Aiden Ross that got banned? Someone got banned for reading chat while driving. I'm surprised YouTube doesn't give a shit about that.
It's like, I swear the whole concept of a car video is like, you know, it's a little bit cute because you're parked up somewhere and it's just you and the camera in a car, and it's, you know, it's fun. Yeah. She's literally driving. Like,
right.
Look, I get she's kind of looking at the road, but at the same time, she's not.
But I feel like
look, her eyes just looked away, and she took her hands off the wheel.
So you kind of like,
Trisha, put your hands back on the wheel. Put your hands back on.
There's a semi-truck behind her, too.
The wheel, because you're going to be in court after this.
Sometimes you just don't know who to believe, and there's this thing, which will probably get me canceled for saying this, is like, you know, believe all victims, and like, it's just so hard.
What is your definition of a victim here? That's why it's so important to hear this one out, though, right? Because Johnny has claimed he's a victim. Amber has claimed she's a victim. So if you believe all victims, you're starting from a place of believing both of them. And at that point, you just need to wait and see. And it is possible they are both victims. It is possible the whole situation is toxic. It is possible they just need to get away from each other. However, today we saw testimony from a doctor who administered some kind of personality test or emotional personality or emotional disorder test. It was like 500 questions, and I think they said Amber Heard scored a 3.6. That score is consistent with people who have borderline personality disorder or struggle with similar issues. I don't know if there was a formal diagnosis. There might have been. But that is notable. That is notable, and specifically, like, that is going to influence a lot of how her relationships would function and how she internalizes her relationships with people. So that's why it's important to, like, wait and hear things out. But, like, obviously the way things are looking, it looks like, from where I'm sitting, Johnny is he's a victim here. It's not to say that she is not dealing with her own things. It's not to say that she does not have issues as well. It is just to say that things appear to be disproportionate. And definitely it appears Johnny got the shorter end of the stick. For whatever reason, it does. I'm not even going to comment on why it seems that way. But yeah, no, that's a crazy situation that she's like, I don't comment on things, don't know who to believe all victims. I feel like already we have like a lot of contradictions.
Only because I know firsthand both ways, right? I know firsthand where I've come forward and talked about something that happened to me and like no one believed me, obviously, because online my credibility is completely.
I feel like a lot of people can relate to that sort of situation, whether or not they have online credibility or presence. There are lots of times with traumatic or abusive, shocking situations like that where people try and confide into people around them or cry for help with people around them, and either because of cognitive dissonance or being unequipped to handle the situation or not knowing what to do with it, people reject it. They just refuse to believe it, and it is very painful, and it is very hard, and that's really where the whole conversation of believe all victims started. So I understand where she's coming from, but yeah, it's tough.
Ruined, and like I did that to myself, whatever, I'll take ownership of it.
I mean, character arc, I guess. She's taking some accountability for her actions, chat. She's gonna crash. Mental intense driving. I don't understand why she decided to make a video about Johnny Depp.
Is it raining? Is it also raining? Holy shit.
Put it on a family channel while she's driving. But, you know, I'm more interested by the fact that she's doing that than at this actual topic.
How is this a family channel topic? Yeah, holy shit. What the fuck?
But it does suck when you do come out with something and then someone else comes out with the same story and corroborates, and people still are like, she lied, but like they were not there. Like these are people like not directly involved. You know what I mean? Then I've had it happen where someone in my life close to me.
No, we weren't there, but we are watching a court case play out. We are watching them be interviewed under oath. Okay, so if it is assumed everyone's telling the truth, because if they aren't, it's perjury, and they'll go to jail. So I think that's why people are trying to make decisions. I do think it's bold how often people are calling out like her pretending to be sad, her acting, or like her lying, blah, 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 blah. I think it's fair to assume everyone's mostly telling their truth when they're in court. I don't think very many people have the balls to lie in court. Maybe I'm wrong, but and there's a huge difference between the objective truth and someone's personal truth. So, and I don't think that's anything that lawyers or a judge or hopefully the average jury is like unaware of. You're gonna get some perspective with your perspective.
or a couple people in my life close to me have had accusations where they denied it and the other person...
Look, I get what Trisha is saying here, but isn't there like actual evidence out there that Johnny Depp was fully abused by Amber Heard?
Absolutely, especially with the whole finger thing, like when the beer bottle cut his finger off and he had to get the tip of his finger reattached. That was a whole thing. That's like physical evidence right there. There's lots of, there's been lots of things.
Like, didn't she cut his finger off or something, chat? Can somebody
Oh, let's fucking go. Holy shit. Wow. This is crazy.
Confirm this in the chat? I'm not like losing my mind here, right? I hate to reference the Daily Mail, but we're gonna have to do it, chat. Johnny Depp accuses Amber...
Son of a bitch. Severing his finger by hurling a bottle of vodka at him as to sign post-nuptial agreement in attack that resulted in actor contracting MRSA 3 times and nearly losing his life. I'm not celebrating because this happened. This is obviously horrific, tragic, and abusive. This is indicative of abuse, indicative of abusive behavior, and horrible. Horrible. But my point is, yes, there's actual proof. And I'm glad I wasn't the only person who went straight to the proof that I knew existed. Someone's talking about her pooping in the bed, which is, everyone's also like, everyone's freaking out about that.
Heard of severing his finger by hurling a bottle.
Yeah, there was that. I mean, when she hit him and she claimed he broke her nose, but from his, according to him, after she had got done claiming he broke her nose, she went downstairs after throwing the tissue away in their bathroom. He left his office, went back into their bedroom in Penthouse 3, mind you, grabbed the tissue out of the trash can, and when he looked at the tissue that she was using to, address her broken nose, he found that it was covered in red nail polish. I didn't see them, like, obviously bring that tissue. I don't imagine he saved that tissue. But I mean, that's all we really got there. But there have been things said in previous information that definitely indicates things are slanting one way.
Vodka at him when asked to sign a post-nuptial agreement in attack that resulted in actor contracting MRSA 3 times and nearly losing his life. There's not really any nuance here to have. Like, I guess you can like bring in a debate of, in some cases somebody might be lying, some cases somebody might not be lying, but here, in my opinion, it very much does seem that Johnny Depp was abused.
I was adamant about it, and again, you're one of those things where like, I don't know, like obviously if you're close to someone, you're gonna you trust that person more than someone you don't know, and then it comes out that the person that you don't know that made up really horrific lies, like you hear audio of them like admitting that they made it up and lied and stuff, and you're just like, but the whole public opinion is, oh no, believe that victim, believe they were believe that.
So what she's talking about is actually a really small percentage of reports. The truth is, the majority of people who are even involved in these situations don't even report them. And of the people who do, it is such a small amount. What is the percentage? I can't remember. It's under 5%, easily. It might even be under 1%. Reports are almost never fake. They might be over dramatized, maybe. I don't fucking know. I'm not even gonna say that. But I feel like 9 times out of 10, if someone reports something, and I know there's statistics that somewhat back this up, it is indicative of something is wrong in this situation. Something is not right in this situation. That's the truth of it. People love to focus on those outlier moments and claim this is the reason why men need to be like very hyper aware of it. And I totally get why men are terrified of being. I totally understand. Absolutely. But the truth is, fake accusations don't really happen that often. They just don't. And so the fear of them is kind of irrational. I'm not going to criticize that too heavily because I have tons of irrational fears. That's just not one of them. But yeah, no, it just, the situation he's describing is just not one that happens very often. And I would argue that even the case we're seeing unfold now isn't one of those cases. Because didn't Amber Heard countersue. You know, Johnny made the accusation and then she countersued. I would argue that's saving face slash, I don't know, like I that is not the same thing as an outright accusation out of nowhere. Although I guess maybe this did all start with her accusation. I can't quite remember at this moment. God damn. But my point is, it's very, very rare. And if this is an instance of fake accusation, it speaks to why it's so captivating to the entire country, because that is so rare. It is not very often this sort of thing happens. Also, as a beloved Hollywood actor, who has been a beloved Hollywood actor for like 10, 20 years. So that also helps grip the attention.
I'm a little confused to what she's actually trying to say here, but we're going to continue, chat. Chat, we are going to find something in this video. There is going to be something, and we are going to find it. I promise you.
No, I've heard audio recordings of people like saying, no, I did lie. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Trisha, put your hands on the wheel. Put your hands.
Follow me on Twitter. Oh, wait. Follow me on Twitter.
Hands on the wheel. Jesus Christ.
Sad, right?
No, I mean, I don't know if it's sad both ways. I mean, it's more sad for the victim, but I'm never going to empathize for an abuser, personally.
But, some people can, like, ruin people's, like, lives. Literally their lives.
Oh, that's kind of what you do. But not in terms of allegations of abuse, but it's just quite ironic that Trisha Paytas is saying that people can lie and ruin people's lives because of those lies. Like, is this not the grand irony here?
It's like if you...
Yeah, no shit.
If you sue them, they get more attention, which is what they want. And also, like, what are you suing for when someone doesn't have anything other than, you know, the truth to be out there? But then it becomes a spectacle, and no matter what, people will always... It's like politics or religion. People will always pick a side, even when the truth is, like, blatantly staring you in the eye, right? And we're seeing that with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case. And, like, you know, I feel like...
Okay, so whose side are we taking here?
Yeah, what's your truth? What's the truth you see here? As you said, the truth is blatant. What do you mean?
If the truth is standing out, please let us know whose side you are actually taking.
Public opinion now is, you know, Johnny Depp. He was actually the one being abused by Amber Heard.
Okay.
Allegedly, but not allegedly because she admitted to it. Like, even her lawyer was like...
Okay, great.
Oh, Amber Heard just hit him once and then flailed on him in defense a couple times. So, like, yeah, you know.
Okay.
You know, she...
This is interesting because she's also admitted to hitting her partner. I don't know how that situation fully played out, but like this is very interesting to see her comment on this.
She did abuse him. And again, not to say he wasn't toxic. Obviously, there's some really gross text messages from him.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, no. Yeah. I think, and that's what I was saying. Like, I think once a situation like this starts and the cycle kicks off, it just breeds negativity and pain and anger on both sides. And I feel like that's even apparent in Johnny's text. There are so many times where he's like, let's just separate, or like, just give me a few days. I can't do this right now. Even a couple times where she's like indicated similar feelings. But like there are times when they're both just so tired of it, especially him, where he's like, we need to stop. This has to stop. We have to agree on things. We have to stick to our agreements. We have to give each other space when it's bad like this. Like, yeah. And there's also been lots of instances and footage of her criticizing him for running away from a fight, which, you know, is another manipulative tactic. So that can't go ignored.
But
where are we going with this?
Yeah, no, already bad.
You know, did she lie about him being like wife beater? And hearing these.
Well, his first wife said that everything that she has said for the most part does not line up with any sort of Johnny she's ever been familiar with. Her mom and sister said that he's always been really good and positive to her child. Her assistant also spoke very highly of him in the way he handled her child, her son. She even kind of spoke highly of how he handled her child, like when he would teach him how to play guitar, how he cherishes a pic that Johnny gave him. It's actually very cute the way he lights up when Johnny like shows, he like comes home with like all his makeup from like, you know, filming a movie, and he'll like go spook him out because he's like, you know, wearing like the white face with black eyes and be like, do you know who I am, or something like that. So yeah, like based off of a lot of the testimonies we're hearing, It's possible. It does seem like, yeah.
Tapes where she's like, I hit you, just get over it. And, you know, I've had one physical altercation in my relationship, and only one physical altercation. And not that it's only one.
Yeah, no, one's enough. So careful. You're minimizing. You're minimizing now. I honestly fucking shocked she's talking about this or even bringing it up. I feel like this is an accident. Can't believe she like left this in. Holy shit. Let's go.
Is a lot when
Wait, what? Wait, you've had a I have actually got a research document here, and it says something about how she apparently hit Moses. I don't know how true that is. Can somebody in the chat confirm?
No, that totally happened. She totally hit Moses. It was a whole thing. I was about
to be honest with you, chat. Look, this might be a little controversial take, but personally, in a relationship, I feel like there shouldn't be even one time where a physical altercation happens. Like, I don't know if that's too much to ask, chat, but I feel like I don't know how Trisha Paytas is even bringing herself into the Johnny Depp situation. Like, she was saying some pretty good things, you know, like how, you know, people were starting to believe Johnny Depp going down another route. No, I haven't watched this clip, but I've been told that she basically says that she empathizes with Amber Heard in this situation. Like, I kind of wanted to show you guys the beginning, and now I want to get into the next, to the juicy bit, because, you know, I feel like there's nothing more we can really get. Like, this whole segment here, and it's Trisha Paytas.
Over this and reputation.
And it's Trisha Paytas. Not really sure how, but yeah, let's get into the juice.
Work, money, and reputation over this whole situation, and it's just really, really sad. And so I'm glad he's getting some justice. Obviously, like, again, usually these things are toxic situations, and at the same time, I have a little bit of empathy towards Amber Heard.
Why? Like seriously, why? I mean.
So she does, because she is sat in the same position. She actually knows what it feels like to be the person who did some abuse and is now being publicly scrutinized for that abuse. I think that's why she has empathy, or maybe sympathy is a better term. No, I think empathy is the right term. Because she is literally sat in that position. She knows exactly how that feels. I think that is honestly technically a normal human response. She knows what that feels like. It is sad that she feels the need to comment on it as opposed to the Johnny thing. Only given her platform. Really. But like, yeah, no, this is, I totally understand where that take originated, I feel like, in her mind.
We all know why Trisha Paytas has some empathy for Amber Heard. I mean, as she just said previously, she has been in a physical altercation in her relationship. So she's just trying to get a bit of attention here. I mean, this has 6,000 dislikes, so it's kind of worked, and now I'm covering it, and that's going to be in a YouTube video itself. So, you know, it's worked, but let's see what she has.
It's going to be in 2 YouTube videos, actually, because I am reacting to a React channel, because that's what I do. Because that's what smaller channels do.
To say.
No, she has something. She has, like, overly anxious attachment style, which I can relate.
Having anxiety is
yeah, no, it came out today that she might have borderline personality disorder, but there are plenty of people out there who have borderline personality disorder who don't abuse their partners. That's the truth. Plenty of people out there who are, you know, medicated, in therapy, working on themselves, and making an effort, just like the rest of us, every day, to be the best they can. So I don't know that that is any sort of excuse or relevant at this particular point. It is relevant to explain the patterns and behavior, but it is not relevant in justifying the giving in to that behavior, especially the longer a behavior is present and the longer someone has been alive, i.e. if they're an adult, the more they are expected to seek out help for things like that, you know, and manage things like that. You don't get to make your internal struggles the world's problem. It doesn't work that way. As much as it would be easier if it did, it doesn't. And you will always be frustrated and upset so long as you hope that it will.
not an excuse to beat somebody, cut their finger off, or just in general mentally or physically abuse them. We need to stop using mental health struggles as some form of excuse to physically assault somebody and mentally abuse them. This is not an actual real justification in any way whatsoever, and you should not emphasize with somebody, because if you're emphasizing with somebody committing assault because they
He's trying to say empathize, not emphasize.
Apparently have anxiety, that's apparently their excuse, and you feel bad because, you know, you've got your experiences of anxiety. But I'm a bit confused by that, because I also am a very anxious person, but you don't see me throwing bottles at my girlfriend. You don't.
Where she doesn't want him to leave her, and so she does everything possible to like continue to fight, so he keeps engaging with her so he doesn't leave her. And I've been
That's indicative of borderline personality disorder, just saying.
They're in so many relationships, so it's like maybe untreated something. And
so I don't understand what Trisha is even admitting to here. Like, dude, are you saying that you yourself have mentally and physically abused people because you didn't want them to leave you? In my opinion, it'd be horrible to somebody because you're worried that they're going to leave you.
Because when you're left untreated with like a mental illness, like it's dangerous to everybody, including yourself, and you'll soon isolate everybody. And it's really sad. So this whole situation's sad. Like I said, I'm glad Johnny Depp's getting some redemption in a situation where he was labeled the abuser, but was actually getting abused physically.
I mean, at least we can say, chat, I mean, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord, chat. Just get a thank the Lord. I want everybody to...
Yeah, no, that actually wasn't that bad. It seems like she obviously sympathizes with Johnny more so than Amber, but she understands the perspective that Amber's in, which is, I don't know. I'm not surprised they, I think they go by both, had kind of a bizarre take, especially, like I said, given their past with this sort of behavior. But yeah, I'm gonna go on, be right back real quick, get more water. Thanks for watching, guys. Follow me on Twitch to join us live, like and subscribe, and I will catch you later.